Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. This is where we were left last time. We'd cleared off the ship, we'd discovered a few more mining deposits. I think we've discovered all the materials that we might need. And today, what we want to do is we want to fix, well, not really fix, but work around this cargo bay snafu that I made when I started constructing this mining ship. So we'll start off with another ship construction. Okay, start with the gear. We could use a rotor and try and attach a small grid head on it and build a ship off of that, which would mean that the ship would also be powered. But this is just a simpler way of getting it sorted. So steel plates. Excited to find a place to put the rotor, change the rotor head, and all that kind of stuff. I'm just used to building it with these gears. Come on. Small one. Yep, turn it around. Rotate it a bit, move forward, and place it. Realized, oh, this stuck to the ground. I don't need to weld it up. The ship is not going to fly away. It's funny, it's not welded up, but it is still locked. Good. Alright, let's pop up a few blocks. Those performance issues are really irking me. Quite a pretty powerful computer, but still, Space Engineers has performance issues. Alright, fine. What we will do is, okay, how did we screw this up? We screwed this up by putting the cargo container first. I think, yeah. What we will do is we'll put a drill down first. So, drill, pop that on, not like that, more like that, yep, get out of the way, get out of the way, come on, you can do this. Why do you have a problem with this? Okay, let's try from this side then. Do you just not like going on that single block? Maybe. Let's pop on a couple of blocks here. See if that helps it stay on there. So I literally want it like that. Oh, because there's nothing underneath it. So what I will do is I will use a cockpit, because I'm pretty sure that I want to put the cockpit behind the middle drill. So let's do that, because the cockpit has a port right there, and this drill should connect to that, so we can use the storage within the cockpit as well. There we go. And what I also want to do is connect a conveyor tube, a small conveyor tube, which I don't seem to have here. Okay. Small conveyor tube up to there, which is where its other port is. Of course, I don't have interior plate. Let's pick some up. Oops, Interior plate. Okay. Oh, it's computers. That should be enough. Okay. That should be fine. As I talked about when building these extra drills onto the bug, there is an extra block that it mines around these drills, so we can leave an extra space when we connect up these drills. We don't have to have them right next to each other. So let's have this over there, like so, and put another one here. I will check these ports when I weld them in just to make sure that they are lined up correctly. Okay, there we go. Oops. So that sets up the front of this. Now sometimes I do put 3 more on top just for that even faster drilling, even faster mining, but not hugely keen on that right now. What we can do is this time around, just to increase cargo capacity, how much cargo do we really want to be carrying on this? Depends upon how many thrusters we're going to have, I guess. What I will do is I will put 4 cargo containers. The way I will do that is I will connect it like so. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It means that I'm really going to have to add in quite a few thrusters to make sure. Well, the main ones that we're going to need is acceleration and possibly deceleration. The rest, we could have add quite a few on the top of these because it is a relatively long ship. Yeah, it's definitely a bigger ship. We're going to need a few batteries. We can pop them on the back of the cockpit. Actually, let's do that. I want them like so. I think 2 should be enough. Now what I think we're going to need, well, there are a few things that we need that we haven't really thought about. We need spotlights. Now the last time we put the spotlights in, the drill was getting in the way of it a little bit. We might weld some of the stuff up. Oh man, I'm out of oxygen. That was completely unexpected. That'll teach you to not look at the screen. I don't know how I completely missed that red on the screen. I'll also just replenish some of my my oxygen canister. My hydrogen bottle is 100%. Well, that's good. Okay. Hopefully that'll keep me going for a little while. Okay. Right. I forgot to switch off the... Yeah, I was thinking about this actually. I completely forgot to switch off meteors on this. We'll just be wasting ammo. Yep, we don't want neutrals either. Okay. And now, let's see. Okay, so they're building the rest of this ship. Yeah, I've got a gap here, which I'm not entirely sure what I can what I can do with. And I could put the gyroscope there, but I could hide a few components inside, like the gyroscopes and the beacon. The other thing is the connector. The connectors, I can pop them on the bottom, but they're going to be on the side. They're not going to be exactly in the middle of the ship. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm going to go for this design. Not entirely convinced. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have done that, because these are now just floating in space. Or are they? Oh, they're not. That's really... Oh, they are.
Inventory full.
Oh, fantastic. Alright. That was a waste. Let's try that again. That. And I think there was no point in me getting rid of the drills, actually, because this part of the design is actually pretty solid. So let's try this again. So pop that there. 3. That there. That's fine. That's fine. So that much of the design I'm comfortable with. Now this has... Oh, I just realized what I could do. I think the cockpit has a port underneath it. Yeah, that's what I could have done. I could just use that for the connector. That would have been perfectly fine. And on the back of it, there are 2 connectors, which I'm not gonna fuss around with. Oh man. Yeah, okay, so that original design can actually work. And the only other thing I want to consider is a large cargo container, which I think a small ship, large cargo container holds about as much as 3 or 4 medium cargo containers. But I wonder where I could fit this. It's pretty ugly. Yeah, that's not pleasant. Okay. I will go for this. Back to the original bit, like so. Original designs. 8. Okay, I think it needs to be there. 2 batteries ought to be enough, hopefully.
Meteor storm inbound.
And I will put the beacon right in between that space, hopefully, if it fits. Yep. I might have it up like, is that top part of it or the bottom part of it. Can't really tell. Have it like that. And what else? Oh, I need an ore detector, which was the other thing I forgot in the original bug, which I am going to put here like so. And I'm going to put in the gyroscopes, which are not there. Gyroscopes are going to go there and there. What else do I need? So I've got the gyroscopes and beacon, ore detector. I know I need thrusters. Alright, let me just look at one of these other ships to just check if I've forgotten anything. Connector, I know. Getting it underneath the cockpit, which I can only do after I have just ground off the support structures. Okay, that's all fine. And now I think that it is just the thrusters. So 6. 1, 2, 3. And in the front, with the rear thrusters, braking thrusters. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Braking thrusters. I'd actually have them popping out a bit. I do that here as well. Well, let's see, because I want to do up and downs. Oh no, I don't want to pop them out here because I'm going to do the left and rights there. Here I will do up and down. Yeah, that's fine because the cockpit is sticking out anyway. So this little extra bit sticking out here isn't going to cause us any problems. So here, 1, 2, 3. That is covered by the drill. And I am going to be knocking this about a wee bit. So it could end up with things falling off. But let's hope not. How did I do? Okay, I had them popping out on the other side. So have them popping out here as well, just by 1. Just so I can have these up and down thrusters fitting here quite nicely. 1, 2, 3. So the up and downs are now, I've got 6. Okay. And now we've just got to worry about the left and rights. So we're going to have left, 3 left and 3 right. They are easy to do. And I could actually put 3 lefts on top here. Oh no, I can't. I can only put 1, 2, 3. Yeah, oh no, I can't. That won't fit. Could put it on top there. Let me just put the 3 here. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Need left and rights. Now what I could do is put left and rights there. Could put left and rights on the battery. I could also put them on top. It really wouldn't matter. That might be a nice design. Will it blow anything off? Probably not. Let's try that. One. And on this side, I'm going to have it like that. Could that work? Might do. 2, 3, 2, 3. Now, the big thing that always annoys me when the ship is fully loaded is acceleration. Oh, in fairness, and deceleration, because it just takes so long. Now, acceleration is easy to fix. I can just pop that on. Sorted. Deceleration, on the other hand, is way more complicated because I don't really have a bit where I can pop on a massive thruster like that. What I might do actually, that's the cockpit. Oh, I could put on a bunch of small thrusters on top here. Yeah, I could pop on quite a few small thrusters right there. Maybe 3. Actually, let's try it. 6. Oh, doesn't let me put any on top. That's fine. 2, 3. I'm tempted to put them on the drills. Would that work actually? It'll let me. No, it won't let me. Okay. Let's try on here. 1, 2, 3. They're sticking out. Can't really tell. I think they'll be flush. I think they're both the same. It's a lot of break. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 6, 12 in total. Could I put one more on top of it? I think it's right now flush with the cockpit, which is what I want. Yeah, I can't place any more there. That's fine. That's a lot of thrusters. Hopefully there's enough power for that. Now I could have... Now the drill comes down to there, which means that there is probably enough space around the back for more forward thrusters, or anywhere here for forward thrusters, instead of having this ugly thing around the back. But you know, I'll worry about that later. Okay, I think this is a good starting point for this ship. Let me go and weld this up, and then maybe even give it a test drive. And then we can think about what we want to do about this single thruster. Maybe even some armor blocks to kind of cover it up a bit. Maybe pretty it up a little bit. But let me go and weld this up, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I think that's the whole ship welded up. Certainly the thrusters seem to be online. Not seeing any explosions, which is all good signs. I think I will take this off. Hope for the best. Yep, staying up. Good. Now of course we need a connector. which we will pop right there. Fantastic, so that'll take care of that. And that should be clear in terms of these drills should clear, yeah. When they drill, since they drill one block around them, the connector should be out of harm's way, more or less. Let's hop on and see how it handles. Oof, not bad. Ooh, not bad at all. It's definitely fast when it wants to be. Oof, it's a big ship. It's feels a lot bigger than the bug, which I guess it is. Yeah, this'll do. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I am going to call this ship the Digger in honor of a game that I used to play a very long time ago called Digger. Had a really memorable theme tune as well, which I am not going to try and hum. But it was really memorable. If you've never played it, you should definitely look it up. Cool little game. So let me just name this. Just info. The Digger mining ship. Perfect. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of this. Maybe against the planet. There we go. I should really pop in some little armor blocks. Yeah, that's lights. Pop some lights on and pop on some armor blocks. Yeah, to try and pretty it up a wee bit. Just realized I could pop forward thrusters. Oh no, I can't. I was thinking that I might be able to. Let me park this thing. Just realized, oh, I need to build it a connector, which I will do. And this one really does respond very nicely. Just park it on the floor here for now. 8 days, that's fine. Not to worry about it running out of power. Yeah, so I was thinking that I might be able to place some forward thrusters right at the back of these cargo containers, but I can't because these will just blow them up. I wonder if there is enough space to pop them right there, right behind these reversing thrusters. Might fit. Yeah, they would. They absolutely would fit. So I could have 6 there, in which case I wouldn't need, well, this large thruster is worth about 12 small thrusters, I think. Maybe a little bit less. I would only be able to get 6. But it might still be prettier. Just move this in a wee bit more. Oof. Wow, that really does have a pick. It really does have a kick, I should say. Nice. You know, there is one thing that I completely forgot about. One important part, and that's the stone ejector. we don't want our inventory getting filled up with stone, so we need to find a way to just get it chucked out. We also need to plug it into charge. So what? I wonder if that whole thing would fit on a connector up on here. Yeah, and if it doesn't, I'll just grind down the other ship. Let's see. Oh, one thing I want to do, because I don't know if I can do it from here. I can't. I'll do it next time. I want the grinding speed and the welding speed set to ×3 just now, and don't really think there is much of a point in me doing that. Alright, that's higher than that ship, so this will definitely park. Let's see now. There we go. Parked. Can I switch the ship off while it's parked? Oh, I can. Does that recharge it faster? Battery. Recharge. Oops. Battery. Oh, I need to get recharged. We'll do it anyway. Fully recharged in 11 minutes. Perfect. Alright, so I think, let me see what's behind this thruster, because if I can get at a small conveyor port, and I can, then maybe I can build a small stone ejecting system there. So what I need is a conveyor sorter. A small conveyor sorter.
Storm inbound.
And I need an ejector. Let me just fix the 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Let me just see. Conveyor sorter. It only has one port. That's fine. There are two ways I've been thinking about doing it. One is to put a conveyor sorter there, and then I could pop a conveyor junction on top of it, and then I could eject it out of a couple of ejectors. 2 or 3 ejectors. I think 2 ejectors in total might be enough. Material plate. Of course I do. I think the issue would be that if I put the ejectors too close, then it's the stone that's going to fall out of it is going to hit like this thruster right there, and it's going to damage it, and then it's eventually going to explode, which is by no means any fun. Small steel tube and construction component. Oh, this is not how I want to build it. This is exactly the opposite of how I want to build it. I wonder if there is there another port that I could use? I don't think we have another. We have a big conveyor port here, but that would make this ship just so much larger. If I put a large conveyor tube there, yeah, that's not what I was thinking about. Conveyor junction. Now I don't think that. Oh yeah, that has 3 small conveyor ports. Now if I pop that there, that's gonna make it too big, because that connector is only like half block height. This would take up a full block height. Where else do I have ports? I have ports here, but the battery is blocking it, so I can't do anything about that. I could put it on top, but I think that we're going to have that same issue there. It's just going to be pretty bulky. Yeah, that's just too bulky. So I think the only real option we have is to use that. And then the question is, how many ejectors do we want? It's a good idea to have it sticking out a bit. Yeah, so the question is, do I want to put a conveyor junction there and add a couple more around it, or I just have that one sticking out? Let's just start with one. Keep it nice and neat. We've got this gap down there, so but I can't use that unless I put a conveyor junction in here. So let's complete the build of that, and then take this off and do the same thing on this side. So 7 that way, weld that up, and then I can put the ejector on top of it. I don't think there are any other ports that I can use, and I don't want to uglify this ship too much for the sake of this convenience. And I'm not sure how much stone we'll be picking up and how much of it could easily be ejected through this. So let's see. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. And if I ever get rid of this thruster, then it would look a fair bit neater as well. I still need to add some armor blocks to it, but I can do that afterwards. We've just lost 2 left and right thrusters. Sorry, 1 left and 1 right. Are there only 3? No, so there are 5 each. I think that'll be okay. We need to move left and right that much. Okay, so let me go mine some stuff. Let me check what all we have in the basin in terms of ore first. So we've got uranium, plenty of it, plenty of nickel, and not much iron. I'll move that to the front. Let me just see how much actual iron we have. Iron. I'll get more iron. Always need more iron. Okay, a couple of things I forgot. I need lights. Just see if I can do it from here. Hopefully I have enough things to pop the lights on. Where am I going to pop these lights onto? Spotlight. Okay, let's try that. Is that the right way around? Nope, that's facing the exact wrong way again. There we go. Wonder how much of it is kind of just hidden behind the drills. It's okay. Let me pop on the other one. 9. And we can check it out. There are a couple of things I want to do in here. I want to configure the sorters and the ejectors. So I'll just sorters, save. I think I can only, yep, I can only configure them one at a time. So whitelist and stone, add. I think I need to give drain all. And same thing here, drain all, whitelist, stone. And I need to take the ejectors, oops, ejector, call them ejectors, throw out. I think that should be enough. I also need to add them to my group here so that I can switch them on and off. Yep. So I'll switch them off just now so I can try them out first. As in, I know exactly when I'm going to be switching them, so I know exactly when they're going to be kicking stone out. Don't want it to surprise me. And let me see here. Alright, let's dig into some iron. Okay, oh, I forgot to. A couple of things I want to do. Let me move. That's annoying. Move from toolbar. Drill. So I can click drill. Drills. Let me just group these together. Drills. And what I can do is drills. So I can toggle that on and off and put the ejectors back. Put them there so I have some space in case I need it for something. There we go. It's almost full. So that's full, that's full, that's almost full, that's full, full. They're all full. Alright, let's see how the ship handles. Actually, that's perfectly fine. At least front and back. Okay, sides are a little bit more difficult, but okay, let's see here. Sluggish, but definitely manageable. Now let's switch on the ejectors. Oh, that was all the stone I picked up. That's fine. Fine. I'm happy with that. That'll work. Just switch the ejectors back off so I don't accidentally end up destroying my base. I have done that before, just accidentally moved some stone onto a ship which has an ejector with the ejector switched off, and it just outputs it right onto the base, a large little boulder of rock which just takes the base, like a large chunk of the base out. Not fun. Okay, let's park this puppy. There we go. Parked. Call that a successful design. the lights are decent enough, the ejectors are working enough. I haven't mined large amounts of stone to actually test that fully, but it works adequately. That'll do. Let me just check how the stone is getting, how the iron is getting transferred. Iron. It's not getting there yet. Still on the cargo container. Just try and move that up. Yeah. It'll definitely get moved through. Okay. Now, about putting on some armor blocks. Let's see. Let's start by just covering up the top of it. Okay, what I want actually is... Oh, there's round armor slope now? Is that new? Don't remember. Or is that a mod? I thought I didn't add the rounded corners. Oh, interesting. Oh, wait. I do have 4 there. Okay, that's what I want. So I'll put an armor slope. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, if I put the armor slope, then I can't put anything else there. Okay, so that's not the best design. So what I want is a half armor slope.
Meteor storm
Can
inbound.
get those. Blasters. Let's check what these are. Come on, like so. Just to give it a little bit more shape than just flat. And then what I can do is pop this there. I will use a half block to just cover up the top of the cargo base. Oh, that's not gonna work because that'll just blow up. Let's do that. Now if I really want to make it look a bit prettier with more armor blocks on here, I will have to move all of these thrusters up, which I'm reluctant to do because if I did that, then the ship would get taller, more chance of it getting snagged on mine roofs, mine ceilings of mines, not my ceilings. So I think I would prefer to leave it like so. I can pop on a couple of armor blocks in between here. I will just put on full armor blocks there. Just fill that gap. And then I can have that go, we'll do that. No, it's just flat, but that's okay. And what I can do is here, I can just slope it out. Just just using a full slope. There we go. Oops. Yeah, I'll just slope it down like that again over 2 blocks. There we go. Doesn't have to be the prettiest ship. Just a little bit prettier than it is right now. Actually, I want to try some of those rounded corners. I wonder how they work. Yeah, that actually looks not too bad. Looks a bit more like a ship. Not entirely an industrial style ship. Let's try that. I think it's quite nice that there is a little bit of gap in between the sections. It somehow gives it a different feel, a nicer feel. I want to try out those rounded blocks as well, so let me plonk a couple of the round armor corner. I just want a light armor, round armor slope. Let's try that. Let's try that on. Let's try that here. Oh, okay, that's quite nice. No, I didn't think that I added the. Wait, why can't I have it over to the other side? Wait, come on. There we go. Oh, I didn't think that I added the rounded slope mods. Does that look okay? I think it does. I'm gonna add them on the top as well. Steel plate. That is a steel plate. There's a port here somewhere. Steel plate. What am I carrying? That's so heavy. Thruster components. Steel plate. Fine. Oops. I was just about to press Ctrl Z to get rid of it, which doesn't work. 6. Could I also then... Yeah, no, that won't work. That's fine though. Let me try that. Yeah, that gives it a nice feel. Although I do wish that these sides were also rounded like that. I wonder if... Is there a... like a proper semicircular block? What is that? Okay. Round armor inverted corner. Oh! Yeah. This with that. Can't really make out these shapes, so let me see if the...
Inventory full.
That's fine. Inverted corner. Okay, that's not a round armor corner. Yeah, oh, okay. That would look a lot nicer here. If I... Was there another one for that? Round armor slope. Round armor inverted corner. Yeah. Let's try that. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll go for that actually. Not by any means a designer, so my silly little designs are just... Oh, that looks quite nice. It does look half nice. Oh, well, let's just have to live with that. No, that won't work there. And downward slope. Inverted corner won't work. Oh, corner. Nope. Slope. That might not work. Or does it? Can I maybe put a corner there? And then corner. Yeah, maybe. But then I really have to put something else there. Like, if I put it like, well, not a corner, just a regular one like that. Yeah, that might work. That's a corner, right? So I'll take this off. I wonder if that would work well. 6. So, okay, put that there, put that there, and then I will put that one there, and that one. Oops, I can't see that. There, and then the corners on the corners. Corner, corner. Oh. Okay, so how would I, is that where I need the inverted corner better there? Oops. 5. Yeah. Let's try the corner there. Oops, that's not the corner. Corner. There. Oh no. The inverted corner doesn't work as. Oh, maybe it does. Yeah. Is that a design? Yeah, I think so. I think that could work. I think I'm okay with that. Takes care of that. And what I want to do up here is, oops, and this jetpack is really fast. Okay, I want to change that up for an inverted corner. Yeah, okay. Okay with that space, I'm okay with that. I'll do the same thing on this side. And is there anything else we want to be doing? We won't add any armor blocks on the left or right sides of the ship, because then it'll be outside of what will get drilled out by these drills. So it just gives more things to get knocked around when we go inside those the holes that we dig out. I might leave that gap in there. I think it looks kind of nice. It looks like a 3-part ship. Okay, so let me just go build the rest of this, the armor plating around this, and then I'll come back. Yeah, it's not the prettiest ship, but it's prettier than it used to look, and that'll be fine. And you know, we'll call the episode at that, because we've built this new miner, we've tested it out, it can mine a lot. It's even got ejectors. Looks kind of cool actually. And we can, in the next episode, what we will do is we'll set up a bit more storage, because each of these runs can probably fill a small storage container, as in a large block small storage container. So what we probably want to do is add a couple more of these cargo containers. What we might also do is we might move the nuclear reactor from here over to here, so that it's connected to our main cargo system, our conveyor system, and the uranium can flow right straight to it. We will also set up a programmable block, and we will set up TIM, or Taladan's inventory management system, so that all of the ore processing and material and the assembly of items gets done more automatically, so that I don't have to do it manually, which I really don't like doing. And if we still have time, we'll go out and mine a whole bunch of the materials so that they can start to get refined. Thanks for watching, and see you all next time.